exclusive. First day. In court reveals horrifying claims against P. Diddy. Dear friends, the highly anticipated federal trial of music mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs officially began with jury selection on May 5, 2025, marking a pivotal moment in what is shaping up to be one of the most high-profile celebrity criminal trials in recent memory. Combs, arrested in September 2024, is facing 5 federal charges, including racketeering conspiracy and sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. This case has captivated national and international attention, not only because of the serious nature of the allegations, but also due to the star-studded web of names connected to the trial. Celebrities like Kanye West, Michael B. Jordan, and Cassie Ventura may be referenced as part of the proceedings, and even documentary content could play a role in jury bias considerations. Day 1 offered a striking visual contrast to Combs' previous court appearances. No longer in a khaki jumpsuit, he arrived dressed in a polished blue sweater and white shirt, signaling the formal start of his defense. Despite his composed exterior, Combs admitted feeling nervous, a rare glimpse into the pressure he faces. With decades of potential prison time on the line, the stakes could not be higher as the courtroom prepares for a lengthy, complex legal battle. At the heart of this case are 5 grave charges that paint a disturbing picture of alleged criminal conduct tied to Sean P. Diddy Combs' business empire. The most serious is Count 1, racketeering conspiracy, which accuses Combs of orchestrating a criminal enterprise involving threats, coercion, and abuse of women to engage in freak-offs, elaborate sexual performances involving sex workers. To support this racketeering charge, the government must prove at least 2 predicate crimes, including kidnapping, forced labor, or sex trafficking. In counts 2 and 4, Combs is accused of sex trafficking victims by force or fraud, allegedly enticing them to engage in commercial sex acts under coercive conditions. Counts 3 and 5 focus on transporting these individuals across state lines for the purpose of prostitution. If convicted, Combs could face decades or even life in prison. Despite the severity of these allegations, Combs entered court appearing calm and carefully groomed, wearing a navy sweater over a white-collared shirt and navy slacks. However, this composed image cracked slightly when he admitted to the judge, "Your Honor, I'm a little nervous." This brief admission revealed the enormous psychological weight on Combs as he prepares to fight for his freedom in front of a federal jury. Observers also noted his physical transformation since incarceration: gray hair, unshaven features, a stark contrast to his former image. Although he greeted his legal team with hugs, the absence of immediate family in the courtroom underscored the gravity and isolation of his legal predicament. The jury selection process in Sean P. Diddy Combs' federal sex trafficking case began under intense public scrutiny, with more than 150 potential jurors brought into a Manhattan courtroom flooded by press from around the world. This monumental trial, expected to last at least 8 weeks, demands not only an impartial panel, but also one capable of navigating complex legal territory: racketeering, sex trafficking, and coercion. Prospective jurors were asked to complete extensive questionnaires covering celebrity familiarity, legal experience, knowledge of the case, and views on sensitive topics like sexual assault and witness anonymity. The celebrity heavy list included names such as Kanye West, Michael B. Jordan, and Young Miami, raising concerns over jurors' ability to remain unbiased due to media exposure or parasocial ties. Jurors' personal histories varied widely, with many candidly disclosing past traumas, legal entanglements, and even petty crimes. One woman admitted she once stole a wand from the Harry Potter theme park, drawing laughter in the courtroom. Another revealed working at HBO and hearing office discussions about documentaries involving Diddy, though she claimed she could remain impartial. Several others disclosed past experiences with sexual abuse, some choosing to speak in private at sidebar, others boldly stating them in open court. One juror described being fondled as a teen by an older individual. Another spoke about molestation by a cousin. Despite the deeply personal nature of these revelations, many expressed confidence in their ability to serve fairly. Judges and attorneys weighed these responses carefully, dismissing some for cause while allowing others to proceed in the selection pool. The diverse makeup of the jury pool was also notable. Jurors varied in race, gender, age, and professional background, with many representing the true demographic complexity of New York City. While some prospective jurors expressed concern about the length of the trial and its impact on their employment or family obligations, Most seemed to treat Combs as any other defendant, not a celebrity. There was little outward display of awe or hesitation, suggesting the jury may ultimately be more focused on facts than fame. Yet with many already familiar with key evidence, such as the controversial CNN surveillance video, the biggest challenge ahead may be ensuring that every juror can set aside what they've seen or heard and render a verdict solely based on the courtroom proceedings. Media exposure has emerged as a critical concern in the jury selection process for the federal trial of Sean P. Diddy Combs. With widespread media coverage, including the release of a controversial CNN surveillance video and high-profile documentaries on platforms like HBO and Peacock, many prospective jurors entered the courtroom with at least some knowledge of the case. During voir dire, several admitted to having seen clips or read headlines, while others acknowledged casual conversations at work or with friends. One prospective juror even worked at HBO and mentioned viewing promotional materials related to a Diddy-themed documentary, though she emphasized her role was unrelated to production. Another confessed to liking a social media post that joked about a key piece of evidence, revealing how easily public narratives could seep into jury bias. Despite these admissions, many still claimed they could remain fair and impartial, a claim scrutinized carefully by both the prosecution and defense. Ultimately, the judge exercised discretion, dismissing jurors when their objectivity seemed compromised, but retaining others who demonstrated an understanding of the need to judge only on courtroom evidence. The case underscores the difficulty of assembling an unbiased jury in the age of viral media and celebrity scandal. As the curtain rises on what promises to be one of the most high-profile trials in recent memory, the courtroom becomes more than just a battleground for justice. It becomes a mirror reflecting the weight of celebrity, power, and accountability in modern America. Jury selection in the Sean P. Diddy Combs case has already revealed complex challenges, finding impartial citizens willing to set aside preconceived notions, navigating sensitive topics like sexual assault with dignity, and untangling the legal intricacies of racketeering and sex trafficking. But perhaps the most powerful takeaway isn't just what's happening inside the courtroom, it's what this case represents outside of it. It reminds us that no one is above the law, that victims deserve their day in court, and that justice is often a slow, meticulous process that demands more than headlines and hashtags. It demands participation, fairness, and courage, not only from the legal system, but from everyday people summoned for jury duty. As this trial unfolds over the coming weeks, the eyes of the nation and the world will be watching, and no matter the outcome, it will leave a lasting mark on how we view celebrity accountability, victim advocacy, and the enduring question: can justice truly be blind in a courtroom filled with fame? Thank you for watching. If you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more true crime coverage. We'll be following every step of this trial,